That night, I waited until we were both settled in. I took a deep breath, trying to keep my voice steady. I didn't want to yell. I didn't want to accuse. I just needed to know. Rachel, who is Daniel, she froze, completely still. The color drained from her face, and her eyes widened just a little. She looked like a deer caught in the headlights. Then, her voice barely a whisper, she asked, "Why are you asking?" I told her everything. I told her I'd met him at the coffee shop, that he'd approached me, that he told me about their 3 years together, about them living in this very apartment, about the ring, the plans for a wedding, the future they were supposed to have. She sank onto the edge of the couch, her body seeming to deflate. She stared at the floor, avoiding my eyes. After a long moment, she looked up, her own eyes glistening. "I didn't want you to see me differently," she said. My heart ached, but the hurt from the lie was sharper. "I don't care about your past, Rachel," I said, my voice firmer now. "I care that you lied to me. For months, you told me you'd never been in a serious relationship. You said you'd never lived with anyone. Why?" "I was scared," she confessed, her voice cracking. "People always judge me for it. They hear about a broken engagement and they think something's wrong with me. I wanted a fresh start with you, a completely clean slate." I understood the fear. I really did. In a world that can be so quick to label people, wanting to escape judgment is a natural instinct. But this wasn't about other people. This was about us. She hadn't just omitted a detail. She had built a fundamental part of our relationship on a false foundation. She chose to hide the truth, not just once, when we first met, but over and over again, every time the topic of past relationships came up. Each lie was another brick in the wall she was building between us. I looked at her, searching her face for the woman I thought I knew. I asked her a question, one that had been circling in my mind since I left that coffee shop. If you had told me the truth from the start, if you had just been honest, would we be sitting here right now, having this conversation? Silence. She didn't have an answer. Maybe because we both knew what it was. The silence stretched on, thick and heavy, filling every corner of the room. It was more damning than any confession. Finally, she broke it with two simple words, "I'm sorry," and I believed her. I could see the regret in her eyes, hear the genuine remorse in her voice. She was sorry she got caught. She was sorry she hurt me. She was sorry it had all come crashing down. But her apology, as sincere as it was, couldn't magically erase the months of deception. It couldn't rebuild the trust that had been shattered. The next day felt like walking through a dream. I tried to act normal. For both our sakes, we went out for lunch at our favorite spot. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. It was a fragile, forced expression. I could feel her watching me, waiting for a sign, for me to say, "It's okay. I forgive you. Let's move on." But the words wouldn't come. I couldn't just flip a switch and pretend everything was fine. The Lee was a ghost, sitting right there at the table with us. That night, the tension was unbearable. I couldn't keep up the charade. I told her I needed space. I needed time to think, away from this apartment that was filled with her secrets. She just nodded. There were no tears this time, no pleading. Just a quiet, resigned acceptance. It was as if she knew this was inevitable. 2 days later, I packed a bag and moved my things out of her apartment. It felt surreal, dismantling a life we had built together, piece by piece. The home we'd shared now felt like a stranger's house. She texted me once after I left. The message was short, but it carried the weight of everything we'd lost. "I wish I had told you everything. I really did love you." I stared at the screen for a long time. My thumb hovered over the keyboard, but I couldn't bring myself to type a reply. What was there to say? This whole experience taught me a hard lesson. Love isn't just about the good times, the laughter, and the shared dreams. It's not just about romantic dinners and holding hands. It's about being able to share the truth, the whole truth, especially when it's complicated and messy. It's about trusting the other person enough to show them your scars, your past failures, your complete self. Because if you can't be honest with the person you claim to love, if you have to hide fundamental parts of who you are, what's the point? I still think about her sometimes. When I do, it's not with anger or bitterness anymore. It's just a deep, lingering sadness. Sadness for the potential we had. We could have had something real, something beautiful and strong. If only she'd trusted me with the truth. If only she'd given us a real chance. Thank you for listening to my story. It's been a lot. If you've ever been through something similar, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories. Take care of yourselves out there.